Hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. Okay, this is a video that I said that I was going to make about the drama between Amber Walter and Channon Rose's wedding. Now, I wasn't going to make the video. I decided that I wasn't going to make the video earlier because I felt like it was dying down a little, you know, like the topic was dying down, the drama was dying down, and then Amber Walter goes ahead and she makes a video that was called, and I have my notes, that's called Dear Haters Halloween Version, which was, I thought was kind of funny, okay? And also Brye Ashley had mentioned, a very short mention, how through all this drama, after the aftermath, Brye Ashley, became really good friends with Kristen Kaye. And then also Channon Rose, who's the woman who got married, she had said that she promises that she is going to keep everybody, to inform everybody exactly what's going down with, because the law got involved. There's going to be lawsuits, there's going to be court dates. So I'm going to assume. So she said that she was going to mention exactly what Amber Walter did at her wedding. That was just so horrific because, you know, during Channon Rose's confession, that she said that she couldn't fill us in exactly what, because she's kind of bound by her lawyers from stating so, but she said that Amber Walter did indeed do something that was really, really horrific. So we don't know what that's going to be, but she did say that she's going to let us know exactly what that is. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly from beginning to end and share some of my opinions of all of this, okay? So, now there's 4 friends. One of them is getting married, okay? There's 4 friends who used to be really kind of close. These are all YouTubers, by the way, okay? They were really close, you know. From what I've seen, Amber Walter, she would tweet, you know, oh, these girls are amazing. I'm really so happy that I met these girls, and I can't wait to go to Channon Rose's wedding, what have you. So I'm assuming that they were really tight with each other at some point, okay? So Channon Rose, the one who was getting married at the time, she invited these 3 YouTubers. There were other YouTubers that were invited. I mean, from what I saw, there was a lot of YouTubers that were invited. But this is going to be specifically about these 4 women who. Actually, okay, so these 4 women, Channon Rose, who's getting married, then there's Amber Walter, there's Brye Ashley, and Kristen Kaye, okay? So this is what the drama is all about. These are the 3 people who have something to mention about Channon Rose, okay? So anyway, so there they are. Everybody took an airplane over to, I believe, San Francisco. I don't know if that was like the first place to go, or if that's really where the wedding was, but anyways, everybody had to like really go out of their way, get an airplane and travel over to attend this wedding. Before the wedding, there were these 3 women with their husbands, and they were hanging out and things like that. You know, they said Amber Walter got, you know, really drunk, and she was acting and saying things, and her husband as well. Well, husband, they're not officially married, but her boyfriend was saying things that were just insanely rude, kind of crazy. For example, you know, Amber Walter's husband had said, "Oh, we should share with them, should we? Should we share with them that poem that was written?" Now, they didn't, Amber Walter and her boyfriend didn't specify which one it was that had said that, but the boyfriend was the one who said, should we say the poem that we wrote about Channon Rose, because the boyfriend was also asked, I believe, by Brye. So are you happy that you're here? You must be really excited. And then Amber's boyfriend had said, no, why would I be excited to attend that? Now this is where it gets kind of, you know, but I'm just going to share it with you guys. This is not me saying any of these things, but basically word for word it was, why would I be happy attending a porn star's wedding? Like, it's, you know, I don't know, too many drinks, you talk too much, you know. And later on in that same evening, all three girls, minus Channon Rose, I don't think that Channon Rose was with them at this point. So it was Amber Walter, Brye Ashley, and Kristen Kaye. They were in the bathroom, and apparently Amber Walter was going on and on and on about how she's having issues with her boyfriend, how she wants to commit suicide, I should just kill myself, I'm sick and tired of all this business, blah 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 blah. And so Brye and Kristen are looking at each other like, holy fuck, like, what's good? Okay, you know. Back at the table, this was either before or after the bathroom thing. You know, the girls were trying to like give her, I'm going to assume it was after the bathroom thing, because they were trying to like help her, like, you know, don't let YouTube viewers, you know, get to you. You just really have to shrug it off your back. You have to know that some people are just going to be like, you know, really horrible, and you have to expect that. But the people who love you on your channel are going to outweigh the funky people who are just going to be rude and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. They were just trying to help her along. So, okay. So that's basically what happened. So at some point they went to the hotel, and Amber Walter had came out and said, oh my God, you'll never guess who I just was speaking to on the phone. Guess who? It's Trisha Paytas. And Kristen Kaye's overhearing this, but really Amber Walter was talking to Brye Ashley, okay? So apparently, now this is after the fiasco, after the wedding, where Amber came on and she had said in a video that that was for Brye Ashley's ears only. I wasn't trying to like make Kay jealous of me, Kristen jealous of me, or I don't know if she was jealous of me, because she made a big hoopla about it, you know, at some point, like, you know, and that it wasn't right that Kristen Kaye, apparently Kristen Kaye, goes ahead and calls Trisha Paytas, saying, oh my God, like, she's just really crazy, she's acting like really nuts, she said this in the bathroom, saying that she's going to commit suicide and blah blah blah, her boyfriend's off the hook, like, she's just, I don't know, she acts different in her videos, but in person she's just like, I don't know, I really don't like her. So this is what Amber Walter said in her video that went down, okay? So apparently now Trisha Paytas is no longer inviting Amber Walter to her home just to hang out and chill, because that's what the conversation was all about. This is going to go on for like a really long time, I can tell already. But I'm just keeping you guys in the know so you can like know exactly what happened. So when the news does pop up, like what Amber Walter really did, then you guys will know, okay? So, what happened? Okay, okay, so yeah, they're in the hotel, and I guess they're ready to move off from that hotel to another hotel. And I don't know, there was something funky about renting cars and stuff like that. Like, you know, nobody wanted to rent I guess they put it on Amber Walter and her boyfriend to either get a bigger enough car that they can all fit into, or they had to rent their own because of all the luggage and stuff like that. And they had said to Amber Walter, listen, you need to go and rent your own, but they're saying that, okay, something like that. I want to get this right because I don't know, I can't remember, it was like so long ago. Amber, I guess it was Amber Welter's job to rent a car, like a U-Haul or whatever, so they can all go off to the next hotel. But Amber Welter's boyfriend, well, Amber Welter and her boyfriend said that, oh, there's no car rentals at all, there's none in the city at this time, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, oh my God, okay, so what are we going to do? Do we have to take a taxi? Now, Kristen Kaye and Brye Ashley are saying, we're not going to pay the big money just to be in a taxi to go all the way over there. So what either Brye or Kristen did, they went off their own. They called around for a rental car, and they had lots of rental cars from the company that they called. So they didn't understand what was going on, so they got their car and they were going off on their own. They were like, okay, well, you guys are going to have to, Amber Welter and the boyfriend, you're going to have to rent a car. And then the boyfriend's like, I'm not renting a car. Like, all of a sudden they became like really mysterious. And there's a reason why. You know, I'm just going to say now so we can make this really shorter. So later, much later, after all of this is done, I know I have to jump around, but after all this is done, apparently Amber Welter's boyfriend has he's a con artist. You know, he conned millions of dollars out of businessmen that he was working with, you know what I mean, where I'm not a business person, so I'm not really sure how it went down, but apparently Amber Welter's boyfriend, these other people gave him money, so maybe he was like a bookie or something like that, and they're like, well, how come we're not getting returns, you know? And so come to find out that Amber's boyfriend supposedly, well, it's not a supposed thing because like I think the case is over, like he's going off to jail, so it's not like an assumption. So it was, I've actually seen it online. Okay, so so let's go back, you know, to the sequence. Okay, so he was like, well, I'm not renting a car. Obviously he couldn't rent a car because then the feds or police would know where he was. Okay, they weren't trying, so I guess they're going to use cash for everything, but you need a credit card in order to rent a car. That's for the businesses to back them up in case something happens, like we want to get paid. We're going to take that money out of your account if something happens to our car, so you need a credit card in order to rent a car. But he was like, Anyways, at some point, Amber Welter was walking down in the hotel. She flat out fell, and she really hurt her elbow, she hurt her head, like she really fell on, you know. Now I'm going to jump a little bit forward for a minute. Amber, now this is assumption. This is nothing to do with fact at this point, but what was said in the grapevine that Amber Welter actually does these things on purpose to get money from businesses. So that's, like I said, that hasn't been established by any police or law or anything like that. That's just rumors of what people were saying. So Kristen Kaye and Brye Ashley, I was just looking at her like, I don't know what's going on with you, but we gotta go. So I don't know. So at some point, we don't know how. Maybe they got like a taxi or whatever, but somehow they're all at the same hotel at this point. I guess so, like Brye Ashley and Amber Welter, they were hanging out a lot. It was rumored that Kristen Kaye was just really jealous of that whole thing, and that was why Kristen Kaye decided, you know what, I'm going to call Trisha Paytas, and I'm going to tell her what I think about Amber Welter. I think she's a fake. I think she's a fraud. I think that she falls to sue people for money. I think that she's nothing like she is in her videos. She blah 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 blah, just like saying like a whole lot of shite. Okay. Okay, so let's get to the wedding. Okay, so we're here. Amber Walter looks absolutely gorgeous in her beautiful dress, and so did her boyfriend in his Armani suit. No, they just were all out in dressed to the nines, okay? And I also want to say that Channon Rose, now here's where Channon Rose comes in. Now I just wanted to say that Channon Rose is super blessed. She had a beautiful wedding. I mean, that was a storybook wedding. This was at a beautiful mansion. It was just really gorgeous. I have my eyeballs are glued to the screen. I'm like, oh my God, it's so really beautiful. It's so nice, and you know. Okay, so, but before, so they're all at this mansion, okay? So this is like, I don't know if this is like the day before or like or the day of the wedding. So like before the, yeah, it was the day of the wedding. So this is before the ceremony. So Channon Rose started to saying like she was kind of suspicious about her as well. Like, you know, the girls might be right because she was kind of rude. I mean, because Amber Walter never went to Channon Rose and, you know, say, oh my God, it's so good to see you, and you know, introduce each other, because let it be known that these girls don't know each other other than from YouTube to YouTube to YouTube channel, okay? So this is like the first time that they've ever met with each other. So, but apparently Amber Walter had her vlogging camera out the entire time, and the first introduction that Channon Rose got from Amber Walters was a camera in her face and like, hey, hi, how are you? So yeah, everybody, so this is Channon Rose, we're at Channon Rose's wedding and blah 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 blah, okay? And so after all this is over, now we'll jump back for a minute. Channon Rose just thought that right off the bat. She was like, I can't believe how rude that was. You know, I was in the middle of talking to my mother. I think it was the mother. You know, and I haven't even gotten an introduction with this girl yet, and she just comes up and puts a camera right in my face. That's our first meeting with each other, is her putting a camera. She was like, I don't know, at that kind of point that not only was that rude, but now I'm kind of like second guessing, like, are we really friends? Are you here to celebrate me and my husband, my fiance, soon to be husband's ceremony, or are you here for YouTube, you know, for her channel to grow, like, you know? So okay, so yeah. Okay, so I don't know, so I guess the wedding, so something happened where this is also later, this is after the ceremony, this is when everybody's at home. So apparently Amber had not only did something funky where Channon Rose thought that she had to get the police involved, lawsuits, court dates are, you know, are gonna happen. Like, Amber Walter did something. We don't know what that's gonna be. Channon Rose did say she was going to announce what that was when she was free to do so. Not bound by her lawyer requesting to keep her mouth shut. But also, apparently, Amber, after all of this, had put up a video, and in the background there was a bouquet. And then, this is like jumping around, okay? But at some point, Channon Rose had put up a video. She was like, here's proof that she's lying, that she did steal my bouquet. And then there was a video short of Amber Walter putting it in like a black backpack and stuff like that. So I was like, uh-oh, because I was like siding with Amber Walter for throughout this entire thing, which I'm not going to get into my own opinion yet. But, you know, I was like, uh-oh, that's kind of like proof in the pudding right there. But then Amber Walter comes and tries to debunk that and says, you know what, in a video before that, because she was like, yeah, okay, so this is where we're just going to go after the wedding, because, like, okay, so because Amber Walter was apparently kicked. Amber Walter is saying that she was never thrown out of the wedding. She's saying that she was there from beginning to end, but the rest of the girls are saying, no, we had to like kick her out because she was upstairs snooping in our rooms. This is a mansion where there's no locks on the doors, etc., but she was up there snooping. She was caught in my mother's room doing God only knows what. So we had to have security. No, the security had came up to Channon Rose. Different people were coming up to Channon Rose like she doesn't need to hear all this. This is her wedding day. But people were really concerned because Amber Walter was upstairs, you know, like snooping around doing all these funky things. So they're saying that they had to throw her out at some point at the wedding. You know what I mean? But Amber Walter is saying, no, I was never thrown out. Look at all my footage. Like I'm seeing, she had footage of the wedding, some of the wedding, not the entire thing. So that's why I was like kind of fooled with that. You know, I'm not saying that I was fooled or what, but that's what I was seeing. I'm trying to keep on track because I know I'm jumping around, but I have to because this is the sequence of how this all happened. So now everybody's home. Everybody's home from the ceremony. Everybody's home, okay? Amber Walter makes a video. She's crying, she's bawling, like she's bright red with white patches. She's like really, she can't breathe because she's crying so profusely. She's like really emotional, really upsetting. She was like, you know, these girls, you know, I don't know what happened. We had an amazing time, you know, we had an amazing time for days before the wedding, and then at the wedding, you know, everything was great, but now that I'm home, you know, like, I've called these girls, like, I'm trying to interact with them, nobody's returning my phone calls, like, I don't know what I did, but they're just not, like, really, excuse me, they don't want to be my friends anymore. I'm really not understanding what happened, what I did. I'm so sorry. Whatever I did, I'm so sorry, okay? So now everybody, all the YouTubers are watching, like the YouTube viewers are watching, like, what the hell did you do? So everybody's going to Channon Rose, Brye, Kristen Kaye, like, what the hell did you do to Amber Walter? Like, why you should see the video. She's like really bawling her soul and heart out. Like, she's really upset. What did you do? So that's when I believe Kristen Kaye made a video, and she was like, no, this is what happened. So she made like this, I don't know if her video is still up, but she had made a video saying why it was that we're not speaking to her anymore, at least why I'm not speaking to her anymore. I really just don't really like her. You know, she did A, B, C, and D at the wedding, even days before the wedding. She's just, you know, she's not the person who she portrays herself to be in her video. She's completely different. You know, she's a real backstabber. She's fake, and not in a good way. She's just very, like, you know. So, I'm like, okay, so at that point, like, after hearing Kristen Kaye, like, I don't know if I should share my opinions yet about Kristen Kaye. But okay, so now Brye Ashley makes a video. Now she doesn't say, she really doesn't say anything in her videos. All she says is that she feels really bad about what happened, but yeah, we didn't really, you know, get along. She is kind of different in her videos. I can't remember what she was saying, but I do remember, like, getting up that feeling of, like, her just kind of being hush mouth about it, and that there was a funky thing that happened between us and Amber Walter, like, you know. But the funny thing is, and I'm gonna say it, I was gonna wait to the end with my opinions and my feelings towards this. I don't know why, but I really like Brye Ashley. I don't know, there's something about her that's, like, really truthful. Even, it's just weird because I was just like, I believe Amber Walter, but then when I heard Brye Ashley talking, I'm like, holy crap, I believe her too. She seems really sincere, and she, you know what, it's not her words, it was, like, mostly, like, her feelings were on her sleeve, like she's really disappointed in Amber Walter. Like, I really wanted to like her. I really, you know, I was really kind of feeling like I knew her from her videos, and I really liked that person. And then when I got to meet her, she wasn't who she cracked up to be, and I'm just really disappointed with that. It's just, you know, all emotional. Like, I was feeling the truth, you know what I mean? But Kristen Kaye, I don't know. Like, she could have, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, she may be telling the truth right now. But the thing is that, to be honest with you, I don't think that she gives two craps that it didn't work out with Amber Walter. I think that she, at some point, she is jealous of Amber Walter. I don't know, like, you know, sometimes when we meet people face to face, you kind of clash, and that's okay. Like, you don't get along. So, but I really just don't think that she liked Amber Walter from the get-go, stripped away from anything that Amber Walter did at that point. I just think that, you know, either the sparks are there for even friendships too. I think, like, the sparks are there or they're not there, and I don't think that minus what Amber Walter, if she did anything, minus what she did, I just don't think that they were seeing eye to eye. I don't think there was like a matchup, but I do think that Brye Ashley and Amber Walter, they were getting along really great. That's what I saw, but I did see some kind of weirdness with Kristen Kaye. That's my opinion. Okay. So so what happened was, and you guys, I don't know if you guys watch this to the end, but so Amber Walter, after she had found out, all right, these girls are not going to be my friend anymore. They are just acting really crazy towards me. They are saying all these horrible things about me. You know what? I'm going to come out with the truth. The truth. I don't know. So basically, Amber Walter makes a video stating that, you know what, this was all a dupe. We were all trying to dupe you, and I'm really sorry about that. I didn't want to do that, but the way that they were coming to me, they made it sound like such a great idea to do what we decided to do, which is dupe you guys because of the presidential election, and kind of what goes around in YouTube, you know, which is people make videos, you tend to really believe anything that they say. Like, you get a fraction, and I've always said that for myself, like, you get like a pinhole understanding of who's on the other screen. You don't really get to see all of who that person is, you know. So basically what Amber Walters was saying is that the whole group was in it together, including Channon Rose, who was getting married on that day, saying that we wanted to teach you not to be so gullible and believing anything and everything that you hear right off the bat. Like, wait until you see the whole picture and then conclude things on your own, using your logic, using your mind. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why we did it. And also because the presidential elections are coming up too, we want you to make a logical side of, you know, siding. We want you to make, you know, don't go by the hoopla, you know, just go by your logic. Use your mind, guys. Like, don't believe everything that you say right off the bat. Wait until you see the whole picture and then come up with your ideas of, you know, who you should vote for and stuff like that, and then to turn it around for YouTube, who you should believe on YouTube and stuff like that. Okay, so Amber Walter was saying, like, that's basically what it all happened. That's what the plan was, but I don't know, at some point these girls turned on me because, you know, I came and I made that video. She was like, that bouquet that she said that I stole, of course that was a prop. It was in the back. I put that on purpose. I knew that you guys are sleuthers, like sleuths, whatever. Like, you guys are great detectives, you know, so I knew that they were going to pick that up and, you know, like, this is all like a big thing. And the girls were supposed to make a video stating that, yeah, well, this was a prank, you guys. This is why we did the prank, for what I just told you, like Amber Walters said in her video. But nobody decided to do that. So here I am, just standing here. I'm just so confused. And why, you know, why is it that they threw it on my, you know, my shoulders? Everybody's hating on me. Everybody's just turning against me. Everybody's just, you know. I don't know why they did what they did, you know, to me. Amber Walters is saying. So, and then the other girls are saying, I don't know what's wrong with that girl. She's got some serious issues. We don't know anything about that presidential elections. What is she talking about? And she did steal that because then Channon Rose put up that picture that I told you about, that clip, video clip, stating that, showing Amber Walter putting it in the bag. But then Amber Walter comes back and she was like, well, that was done on purpose as well. So she said 3 different things. Number one, first she said that that was purposely given to me for this hoax, for this thing that we were all going to do. They purposely gave me an extra bouquet. There was an extra bouquet that was given to me. Then Amber Walter says, well, okay, that wasn't the truth, but like I said, this was like a quiet thing between all of us, you know, so of course the first one wasn't the truth, but that was given to me by Brye Ashley. And then I don't know what happened, but then later Amber Walter said that somebody from the bridesmaid gave that to me. So I don't know, but like that's a clear liar, right? But then okay, so was it Channon Rose? Channon Rose had said no, there was not a second bouquet. But that later turned out to be a lie. There was a second bouquet. You can hear, like, through all the footage everybody's putting up on YouTube, you can clearly hear Channon Rose saying multiple times, and Brye Ashley as well, stating that there was a second bouquet. I made a second bouquet. You can hear Channon Rose's mom saying, well, what's this bouquet? She was like, oh, that's my extra bouquet. Like, you know, so I don't know, like, so it's just, I don't know what to believe at this point, because, okay, so Channon Rose made a video that we were all been waiting for, because if anybody would know what's happening, she would know, okay, so she made a video saying what she said, and then she started crying, which I'm just like, uh-oh, like, is she telling the truth or whatever? But then, you know, Amber Walter did debunk some of the things that even Channon Rose said, that there wasn't a second bouquet, that was the only bouquet that she took from me. I don't know if she was jealous, if she's stalking me, or she's, I don't know what she's doing. So I don't understand. If there were definitely 2 bouquets, why were there 2 bouquets made? Was it, you know, was it for that hoax for all of us, for the viewers, or what? Because, you know, I don't know, why do I feel dizzy? Maybe because I've been talking too much and I'm like getting super hot. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that's, yeah, so okay. So I guess they're just no longer friends anymore. Everything is just kind of like settled down, but they do, but all of, you know, so like after everything was said and done, you know, Amber Walter kept on throwing more and more footage that it should have been truthful, but I don't know. And there's like, you know, during the end, like personal business was like being thrown up, like what Channon Rose does for a living, and that was thrown out there. I don't know if I should say this. I'm not going to, only because that makes me feel funny, but like, but believe me, like some of the things that Channon Rose like does, she does like fetishes, and some of the fetishes she does is like, oh my god, she does, I don't know, like I know that there's like adult porn and stuff like that, and that's fine, but like some porn, like that's, it's really bad, like no, you know, I'm not going to say because it just makes me feel, you know, but Amber Walter had pointed it out, and but then also Channon Rose and the rest of the group had said, well, her fiance, boyfriend, whatever, yeah, he's a con artist, and they're saying that Amber Walter is a con artist, you know. But okay, so I'm going to sum this up by just giving you my quick, you know, my quick opinions, which is, I don't know, I don't like Kristen Kaye. I think that, and I know that a lot of you guys do. I've seen her channel. She's got a lot of views. She's got a lot of people that like her. But I don't know, there's something about her I don't like. And even if she's telling the truth, I really just think that she just did not like, she was okay with putting Amber Walter down the dumper anyways, because she just didn't really like her at all due to jealousy. I think that, you know, before she even knew anything about Amber Walter, you know, and all the funky stuff that she later did on that trip. I think that Kristen Kaye just did not like her for jealousy reasons, and I think that Trisha Paytas happens to be a part of that as well, you know, and also that Brye, Ashley, and Amber Walter were getting kind of close as well. Like, Amber had invited Brye to go up to her hotel room, drink and chill. Kristen Kaye wasn't invited, you know. So I think that Kristen Kaye was getting a little jealous there. I don't think that she really liked Amber Walter from the get-go. So I can't really trust what she says. Either way, she may be telling the truth. But either or, I don't know. Brye Ashley, I really like her. I think that she's very truthful. I think she's a good woman. I don't know, just have that feeling. And Amber Walter, I'm going to continue to watch Amber Walter. I think she's funny. I'm never ever going to meet her. So I can just only be entertained by what she does on screen. I don't know. You know, at this point, I'm just like, throw my hands up. Whatever comes of this, when Channon Rose tells us exactly what happened between this whole, the big quiet blow up, yeah. So, okay, so I'm gonna love everybody. I know this is 36 minutes and 11 seconds, and I know you guys are not gonna watch the whole thing, but I put it all out there, and let's see what happens when Channon Rose is free to, like, let us know exactly what happened behind the scenes. So, okay, later you guys, bye.